迎回到频道。
大家好，欢迎回到本的。
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋。
欢迎回到本的。
你冰淇淋，速度进行，我。
Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be giving our predictions on UFC Fight Night in China. Main event's gonna be Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong, and yeah, man, I apologize for that intro. I really wanted to do something different. It's been a while. It's been a while since I made a YouTube video, so I'm feeling real good about this one. Fresh cut, got that Charles Johnson coming off a dub. Hell yeah. Yeet. But yeah, let's get straight into the picks. Not the picks. Let's get straight into the predictions. One thing before we do start, listen, if you are going to be taking my advice, and by all means you can use my predictions for your picks, feel free to. But that being said, always remember to gamble responsibly. I'm not working with Vegas to screw you guys. I'm not affiliated with any gambling websites yet. No, but seriously, if anything, just gamble responsibly, and yeah, to get that out the way, because I don't want to be responsible for any anyone losing. Give me back my fucking money, bro. Give me back my fucking money.
Please, man. Fucking give me my fucking money back, bro. Bro, give me my fucking money back. Give me my fucking money back. Give me my fucking money back.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be responsible for any of that. So starting off the card, we have a welterweight bout. We have Ding Ming versus Cam Nelson. Now listen, man. That record does look crazy. 35 wins, 10 losses, 0 no contest. And then we got a Canadian debuting. And like, yeah, man, Ding Ming coming in at minus 150. Meanwhile, Cam Nelson coming in at plus 125. So it's gonna be a good way to start the card. It's gonna be a good fight to start the card. Both of these guys really do love to scrap. Both these guys really love to finish fights, or at least try to. Knowing Ding Ming, he's been very unlucky in his last fight, split decision loss. And then we got Cam Nelson having his first debut into the UFC. Might have to start going on Tapology just so we can get all the fights they've actually been in. Yeah, welterweight about to start off the card. Both these guys it's gonna be a fun firefight. I expect both guys to bite down the mouth guard and swing hands. And yeah, we're gonna go pick the Chinaman for this one. And yeah, he's gonna take the W and start off the card right. Then now we have Jingnan. Please, I'm trying to be respectful as possible as I pronounce these names. Not clip me out of context. Yes, I do sound stupid. Forgive me. I'm an American. I think I'll use my credit card today.
Hey Bobby, look, I'm American.
I think I'll use my credit card.
But yeah. We have Zhang Jingnan coming off a loss. She really didn't do great this fight against Angela Hill. But that being said, Julia Palastri, both coming off a loss. She's just not a fun fighter to watch. She's really not a fun fighter to watch. That being said, this is going to be a great matchup for Zhang, and I expect her to take home the W on this one as well, despite her being an underdog at plus 195. you know, someone needs to shake up that women's strawweight division, you know. And I feel like, hey, let's just pick starting off the card 2 China men and women back to back to take home the W. Then we get to our first men's bantamweight fight of the night. We have Lawrence Liu versus Hector Santiago. Hector Santiago making his debut. And, yeah, man, he's a very scary power puncher at the 135-pound division. That being said, Lawrence Liu comes out of a city kickboxing, you know, Izzy and all them boys. His last fight, he won a split decision by just really landing some takedowns and having some good grappling. And in the 135 division, you really need some good grappling to, grind out a win or, you know, see out your victory. So with that one, I'm going to have to take the New Zealand native, Lawrence Liu. And, yeah, I got him by decision, yeah. But don't sleep on Hector Santiago, man. He's got some crazy power. Plus 230, you know, that's a pretty good underdog take if you were to take a win by knockout. But that being said, I don't think you're going to knock out a guy like Lawrence Liu, especially coming out of city kickboxing, you know. Then we come on to the second bantamweight fight of the night. We have Zhao Long versus Francesco Nuzzi. Nuzzi previously fought in PFL. Zhao Long coming off a loss against Cody Garbrandt. It was a unanimous decision. That being said, if he didn't nut kick Cody, he easily could have won that fight. I feel like he dominated that fight for the most part, and I feel like this is gonna be, if he's not dumb, bro, if he doesn't do anything stupid, like, I mean, most of these losses that he got on his record are just because he's just he's an animal out there. You know, more respect to him, but yeah, man, you're gonna have to lock in. And yeah, we're gonna take Zhao Long on this one, just to hopefully get a decision win on that. Now we got a featherweight bout, Jack Jenkins versus Sean Woodson. Sean Woodson coming off a loss against Dan Ige by KO in the third round. You know, both these guys, 145-pound division. Sean Woodson, 6'2", bigger framed, bigger reach, literally almost he has a 10-inch reach advantage against Jack Jenkins, bro. Coming off a win against Ramon Tavares. And yeah, man, I don't know who do I pick on this fight. We're going for the Australian and the USA. Thank God no one's gonna be chanting that this fight week. And you guys better best believe that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. to watch this card. We're starting off with some pretty good fights. You got really nice a really nice card here in China. All being said, all things considered. Yeah, man, I don't know. I might have to take Sean Woodson at -150. He's just a bigger guy, man. Yes, he lost to Dan Ige. Yes, Dan Ige just moved down. So realistically, he lost to a bantamweight. But guys, come on, man. We gotta take Sean Woodson on this one, man. That reach, that height, those legs. Look at that build, bro. Look at that build. Look at that build. He doesn't even come past his kneecaps, bro. You see this guy, Jack Jenkins, doesn't even come past Sean Woodson's kneecaps. So we're gonna pick Sean Woodson on this one. And then we got first men's flyweight fight of the night. We got Ray Tutsura versus Kevin Brojas. Brojas coming off a massive underdog win against Andre Lima. Excuse me, sorry. Got that by decision. Yeah, most people said he ran away. But I mean, dude, like, come on, man. It's funny because Andre Lima is fighting ahead of him. But yeah, all being said, man, he's another massive underdog. Not massive underdog, but Ray Tsara, he's got a pretty nice resume. Lost to the champ, won all 3 rounds. You know, beat Hernandez, beat Luis, and yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. What more is there to be said? I think I'm gonna have to go pick Kevin on this one. I feel like he has the power to do so, and if he can't get it done by KO, he's probably gonna grind out a win. This fight will definitely go to the decision, but I wouldn't be surprised at another back-to-back underdog win for Kevin Brojas. So I'm gonna have to go with him on this one. And now, for the main prelim of the night, we got Namsari Batabaya, and then we got Andre Lima coming off a loss against Kevin Brojas, and then making his UFC debut is the Stipe Warrior, coming in as the underdog against a guy like Andre Lima. Not ideal. That being said, this is going to be a battle of whoever wants it more, you know, whoever wants to take this fight anywhere they want, you know. Can't really separate the two, other than the fact that Andre Lima has definitely had more fight time than Namsari. That being said, we've seen these new guys come in and just take over, especially at 125. You're going to need some new, young, hungry blood in there, you know. And yeah, I think I'm going to have to take... damn, this is kind of hard. I think I'm going to have to take... I'll take Andre Lima on this one to win by second round stoppage, ground and pound. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't like the UFC website. I might have to switch to Tapology, actually. I might just do that. Alright, this looks so much better. Yeah, this looks so much better. The odds obviously aren't going to be as accurate as the UFC channel. But that being said, most of these fights down here the odds are going to be like basically split down the middle pretty much. Very close bouts, except for this one. Everyone has Kevin Brojas to lose, especially on especially on Tapology, brother. Especially on Tapology. Just look at that, man. Wow. But yeah. How do they have it going, Lima? Yeah, they could give it to Lima. I could see that, but yeah. Now we get to the main card. We have Bilal Hassan, the Indo Ninja, versus Nilson Rojas. Now, Nilson Rojas coming off a win. Now, Nilson Rojas coming off onto the UFC scene on his UFC debut. Same with Bilal Hassan. Now, I know what some people are thinking. Oh my god, how could you match up 2 prospects? Why are we matching up 2 prospects, bro? Why are we matching up two prospects? Why are we matching up 2 prospects, especially in the flyweight division, bro? Why can't you can't you let someone fight Steve Erceg again? Why do 2 prospects have to fight each other? It's like, bro, come on. They both got the same record, yes. They're both heavily skilled, so obviously Bilal Hassan is going to be the heavy favorite especially after coming off it's going to be like 2 weeks since he knocked this freaking, what's his name? Sakai out, bro. Like he knocked this guy out nice. Like he really lifted him off his feet. But bro, like that's what you do to grow the sport. You have entertaining fights like this. That being said, Nilson Rojas is a good fighter, but this matchup really does favor Bilal Hassan, and it's definitely definitely, especially off 2 weeks, 2 weeks notice, to have another camp and just like come into this fight. You're gonna try to make it a little easier for the new guy, even though they're both new guys respectively. But the one with the most hype, the one that's coming from Indonesia, who has a whole city on his back, you know, the one who's a bit younger, the one who's taller, you know, has a better reach than Nielsen Rojas. But that being said, Rojas could definitely, you know, if he's stays comfortable in the pocket, he could find something. He could find some success early. That being said, Bilal Hassan has definitely have more experience. You know, he's been going 4 rounds, 2 rounds, 2 rounds. He's been getting a little bit of experience in the cage. As a Nielsen Rojas, he's his last fight's coming a decision win, unanimous decision. So yeah, other than that, he's like ending fights in round 1 most of the time. I don't know. 9-0 versus 9-0. Someone's O has got to go. And you know, betting odds heavily favorite Bilal Hassan, -160, plus 475. But this fight is pretty much catered to Bilal Hassan. So with that, I'll take Bilal Hassan to, you know, end the fight in a knockout, probably second round. And now to the next fight on the main card, we have Levi Rodriguez versus Si Lu. Si Lu 3-1, but he is a K1 kickboxing champ. He has fought in K1 kickboxing a couple times, and yeah, he's won a belt. He's won a belt, defended his belt. But his MMA career hasn't been so great. 3-1. Levi Rodriguez Jr., Baby Monster. I actually saw his last fight against Felipe Franco. Oh man, that guy. Dude. I actually saw his last fight live, in OKC. Yeah, he got knocked out pretty bad. I don't understand. Because originally this fight was actually supposed to be Junior Tafa versus the K1 kickboxing protege from China. You know, 6'5", 77.6 reach. You know, I don't want to be lured into another look, I don't want to be lured into another, you know, Zhang Mingyang situation where he looked absolutely dominant against Anthony Smith, and then he's just been, ever since that win, he's been pretty dog. I hate to say it, but that's probably what's gonna happen in this fight too. Originally supposed to fight Junior Tafa, and dude, he probably that would have been a fun fight to watch. Junior Tafa, man, that guy, he cannot take kicks for the life of him. You know, I don't know what's going on with the Tafa bros, but yeah, that would have been a better matchup. But now we got a pretty even matchup now. Slight favorite versus slight underdog, plus 160, minus 185. But I'm really scared that this Oriental Dragon is gonna turn into another Zhang Mingyang. Especially they're fighting in the same weight division, light heavyweight. That being said, this knockout was pretty bad to watch live. And when was it ago? It was a month ago, dude. It was 30 days ago. I guess that keeps you safe from KO protocol, 30-day, you know, layoff. But to come in and fight someone who's a K1 champ, you know, way bigger, got the better reach. I don't know. I'm going to have to take Si Lu on this one. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, even though his record is 3-1, 5-1. Yeah, I don't know. Now we got Alex Perez versus Sumar Dariji. This is actually a rematch because the last fight was a no contest due to a nut kick. A cunt punt, if you will. Yeah, fight predictions. Most people got it going by decision. Oh yeah, I can see this going on by decision, bro. A straight rematch. Just booking it again. That often in the UFC anymore, especially with things going down as into a no contest, especially in that territory. You know, Alex Perez, number 8 flyweight in the world. Um, yeah, got a win against Charles Johnson. But other than that, he's been pretty much all over the place. Look, man, I'm not gonna lie. He's got a lot of memorable fights. If you could call getting finished in the first round by Alexander Pantoja and Davison Figueiredo memorable, but he's been in there with. What I'm trying to say is he's been in there. He's done the dirty work. Meanwhile, the cancel bout against Joshua Van back in 2024. Alan Nascimento, R.I.P. Cancel bout again, R.I.P. Alan. Hey man, let's pray. Let's pray real quick, everyone. Pray. R.I.P. And yeah, I don't know. Beat Kevin Brohouse was also on the card by decision. Man, this guy really is a decision merchant, bro. Look. But yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Chinaman as a favor here. Sorry, Alex Perez, but this guy is gonna get that number 8 spot at flyweight. Time is money, and money is time, And now we got Kai Ass Sakura versus the Mongolian Murderer. Ooh. Last fight was a loss, and to Cody head-on Hayden due to body strikes. Honestly, this is an easy no-brainer for me. I'm gonna have to take Kaya Sakura. I know a lot of guys have shit on Kaya Sakura for how his career has been going so far. I'm also a guy to shit on Kaya Sakura when the time calls. That being said, the time is now for Kaya Sakura to turn his unfortunate series of fight events into him climbing up the bantamweight record, especially since he's now in a more comfortable division. Definitely going to be this fight is definitely more catered to Kaya Sakura to begin with. That being that he is, it's going to be a strike match, with these two guys. Yeah, I'm just going to say Kaya Sakura. It's a no-brainer. I know people like to shit on him for how everything's been going down, but I feel like he needs to start fighting up. He needs to fight a ranked opponent, especially after this fight. If he could put a stamp on it, he's gonna take the W. And now we got the co-main event. We got Zhanawa Yan versus Denis Gomez. Denis Gomez coming off a win, and then Yan coming off a loss. 37, 5'5", 6'3", reach advantage. Pretty evenly matched. Is it? Yeah, look at the odds. You got plus 130 versus minus 155. It's going to be a pretty good co-main event for the women's strawweight division, And dare I say, a win probably puts you into title contention, depending on which one of these ladies takes it, man. This was a fight. This also was a fight. This also was a fight to the champ, Wei Li Zhang. We need her to come back, but she's been in there. She's been in there with the best, man, and she's took a win from the current champ at strawweight. So I wouldn't be surprised if Yan pulls this off at minus 155. You're not getting any younger, and one more shot at the title probably put you right up there at the next title shot against Mackenzie Dern. So I'm about to go with Zhanao Yan to win this one by probably by decision, yeah. Easily by decision. Not split, maybe split decision. But yeah. Now we got to the main event of the evening. We got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. Both guys coming off a win. Both guys' last win were against Davison Figueiredo. That is crazy. I actually forgot.
People forget, man. He was a marauder.
That Umar fought Davison in his last fight. That was wow. What card was this? Gaethje versus Pimblett to start the year off. Wow, how did I forget that? Probably because it went to the freaking decision. No. Yeah, it went all 3 rounds. No wonder. I don't know. Song Yadong, Kung Fu Kid Song Yadong. He has had a freaking career, bro. He's almost been there to getting that title shot. But what happens? He loses to Yan. He has to fight Cejudo. He gets a shot at O'Malley at the White House and loses by unanimous decision. We know what happens there, bro. It's just like, and he also lost to Sandhagen a while back due to doctor stoppage. Bro, it's been a tough career for Song Yadong. But bro, he's literally only 28. He trains at Team Alpha Male. He fights at bantamweight, the most open division, if Peter Yan ever decides to fight again. And yeah, this is a title contender fight for the next whoever gets to fight the winner of Peter Yan versus Merab. Whoever wins that fight is probably gonna fight one of these guys next. And I feel like Song Yadong needs to capitalize on this moment, even if he hasn't in the past. Losing to Sean, losing to Yan 2 years ago, and losing to Sandhagen before that. But hey, man, 3rd time's a charm, 4th time's a charm even. 3rd time is definitely going to be a charm. And I don't know, seeing Umar's last 2 wins after losing to Merab for the title, I think he hasn't shown me anything that makes me think he has a chance of getting the title. In the sense that if he were to fight how he fought for the title these past 2 times, I don't think he wins against the current champ Peter Yan. That also could be said again to Song Yadong. The way he fought against Davison Figueiredo, it wasn't great until he got the guillotine choke in the 2nd round. But it really is a tough call. But I'm going to take the China man underdog and take Song Yadong to take home the dub for China. And yeah, those are my predictions for UFC China and Shanghai. Is this in Shanghai? No, it's not. Am I tweaking? Oriental Sports Center, Pudong District, China. But yeah, it's gonna be a good card, guys. I really encourage everyone to tune in and watch. Back to making YouTube videos. I'm back for the most part. Just been here, been there, trying to get my feet back wet into this. So we're gonna start off the card with Ding Ming winning. Then we got Zhao Jingnan winning. Then we got Lawrence Liu winning. And then we got Zhao Long winning. Then we got Sean Woodson winning. We got Kevin Brojas to make that first massive underdog win. Then we're going to take Andre Lima just to secure the dub. Then we got Bilal Hassan matched up great against this guy. Then we got Louis C. The K1 guy. Then we got Alex Perez taking this one as an underdog. And then we got Kaya Sakura sealing the victory. Then we got Yao Zhaonan to win the women's strawweight bout in the co-main, and then the main event we got Song Yadong to win the whole damn thing. Starting off with the China win. Starting off with the Chinaman win. Ending off with the Chinaman win. And my social credit score is now up. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys are going to pick down below. Let me know if you guys are actually going to stay up to watch this, because I, for one, don't know if I can. It does start at 3 a.m. Is that? Yeah, it's in Shanghai, China. Shanghai China card. Back to Shanghai we go. And 3 a.m. Damn, that's going to be a tough one for me to catch. But I'll figure it out. With that being said, yeah, guys, remember to gamble responsibly. We are being chilling, and yeah, enough said. Stay tuned. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think. And yeah, talk some shit down there while you're at it, you know. Tell me where I've been at. Tell me I stink. Tell me my room's a mess. You know, comment some. If you want to talk shit, feel free to talk shit. We're all open for shit talk over here. But yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.